What's going on, car family? I'm Ben Wayne, and today we're checking out the 2025 Mitsubishi Outlander. Now, Mitsubishi isn't as popular here in America as it is in other places, but they've come out with a banger refresh on this Outlander for $45,900. Is this something that you would consider over a Toyota RAV4 or a Hyundai Tucson? Let's check it out and see how this ride has been engineered for excellence. So in my personal opinion, the color that this comes in is extremely gorgeous. This is like a steel gray metallic. Of course, they call it some moonbeam gray or something like that, but the lines on this thing just make it look extremely sleek and modern. I love how the sun reflects off the paint. Starting with the front, we do have a lot of chrome accents. You'll notice the front does look fairly busy. You have a huge Outlander badge there, the Mitsubishi badge, the silver accents, but overall, it does look good. Now, we do have the LED daytime running lamps, of course. They sit high, and then the regular headlamps sit lower. So they're kind of separated, and we're starting to see a lot of that design language in cars across this segment. And then, of course, we do have some vents and additional silver accents. Now, let's check out what's underneath the hood and see what's powering this vehicle. So underneath the hood, we have a 2.5 liter four-cylinder engine giving you 181 horsepower, 181 pound-feet of torque connected to a CVT transmission. Fuel economy, you're looking at 24 miles per gallon city and 30 miles per gallon highway. 0 to 60 in just under 9 seconds. This isn't a rocket, it's not designed to be. Hood is made out of steel, as you guys probably concluded by it slamming the way it did. Coming to the side profile, we do have these sleek and modern 20-inch wheels. They have an awful lot of texture to them, I noticed. If you look at the side profile, you can see all the texture. Not something that you want to curb rash. We have 8.4 inches of ground clearance. And then, of course, silver accents to go around your window surrounds. Matches well with the theme that's found up front. Silver roof rails as well. And then a full panoramic glass. I'll show you guys that in a bit. But from the side profile, this is a great looking vehicle. It just looks really modern and clean. Not too many lines. I just like that crease going across. Just looks really great, provides some definition to that bodywork as well. Coming to the rear, we have full LED tail lamps, as you can imagine. For the refresh, they did replace, I think, the incandescent turning signal indicators that they had. So it's LED everything back here, as it should be. We have a black spoiler, rear windshield wiper, which I wish they could have tucked underneath there, but that's okay. And then this is an all-wheel drive model. So they have this sticker here. I wish it was just a badge or not there at all. Excuse the pollen, it's spring in Georgia. Let's go ahead and open up the tailgate. So first things first, you'll notice we have this third row. It's really just like a jump seat for short trips and emergencies. We can drop that easy. All right, that's gonna give us about 30 cubic feet of storage. Now, if you need more storage, you can drop the second row from the back. That's going to take you to about 64 cubic feet of storage back there. And you can simply pull these up. Now, the headrests for the third row sit nicely in here in this compartment. So if you want to use them, simply stick them there. And again, that third row is really there for short trips. So don't look at this as like a full-size 3-row SUV. It's kind of something they incorporated just to be able to check off the box and say that it's there. All right, so you'll notice that we have a full leather interior, diamond quilted stitching. This is genuine leather. I've been in cars twice this price point that do not have a genuine leather interior. And it feels good and it looks good to the touch. Now the second row is heated, right? Remember, this car is just $45,900. Their cars double the price, that aren't offering some of the features this car has. Full panoramic roof again, and it opens to ventilate. The second row does have its own climate control. And again, the second row is fully heated. You'll even see that you have leather on the door panels and then manual shades in case you need that as well. And again, that's what that legroom looks like for that third row jump seat. Like I said, save that for people that you don't like. Again, door panels, same leather that you see up there with the diamond stitching. I love the detail. And again, shades there as well. All right, checking out the front. You have 8-way power adjustable seating for the driver, 4-way power seating for the passenger, 3 levels of heating and cooling up here. The seats are gorgeous. Again, that genuine leather. I've reviewed cars that are double the price point that don't have genuine leather. They hit you with that fake vegan leather. Can't stand it. That is not the case here. Door panels covered in that leather. Again, diamond stitching. Controls are one touch up and down for all 4 windows. There's some manufacturers that seem to leave that out. Mitsubishi did not. Faux carbon fiber trim here, and then storage on the bottom of the door. Let's hop in. All right, so we have 2 12.3-inch display systems here, one for your instrument cluster, one for your infotainment system. We do have wireless Apple CarPlay. Steering wheel is covered in black leather. Mitsubishi logo, of course. The steering wheel is heated. And then, of course, we have the brown leather throughout. Smooth to the touch, air conditioning vents here, here, and here, but it's been integrated seamlessly into the design. I like that. Injection molded material on the top here, hard to the touch. But overall, the interior is just a nice place to be. Look at the quality. This thing looks way more expensive than it is. And then again, a massive panoramic roof. Coming lower, we do have our controls for our air conditioner system, wireless charging, 2 USB Type-C ports, your leather-wrapped gear selector, 2 cup holders, and a wheel for your multiple driving modes, eco, normal, sand, snow, you name it, it's there. Additional storage in the center console with another USB Type-C port. So overall, I think you're getting a lot of bang for the buck in this vehicle. Let's take it out for a test drive and see how it handles. All right, so we're in the 2025 Mitsubishi Outlander, taking it on a test drive. There is some engine noise coming into the cabin. It's not too bad, but it is noticeable. The power, the 181 horsepower, I was afraid it wouldn't feel too adequate, but actually it's enough to get this car up and going. It's not something that you're gonna be wondering if people are gonna let you onto the highway and merge with, right? This is enough to get you going to where you need to be in a safe and secure way. Again, we're looking at 24 miles per gallon city and 30 highway. The ride does seem to be fairly smooth. Over the week that I had it, I did notice some exterior noise coming into the cabin. But again, for the price point, it's pretty good, right? So the cabin is still quiet, but if you listen hard enough, which I have to when I do these reviews, you'll hear some exterior noises, particularly that engine up front. My favorite part about this car is the interior, because not only does it look amazing from the exterior, with the modern design language, the sleek lines, the creases on the side profile of the vehicle, the interior, I think they really invested a lot of money into getting this interior right, because it definitely has a wow factor. When you approach this car, it's a nice vehicle, but you don't expect it to have an interior as nice as this one for its price point. Usually for about $20,000 to $30,000, you'll see an interior like this. But the diamond quilted leather, the leather on the dash and door panels, to me, that's a huge deal. So you're looking at about 41 inches of legroom up front. The second row, you're about 39.7 inches. And then the third row, don't sit back there. It's 18.7 inches of legroom. Again, it's designed for short trips. Don't look at this as them marketing it as a full-sized 3-row SUV. It's just for that one time, every couple of months, you need somebody in the third row that's there, right? So it increases the usability. Most owners will probably have that third row folded down and laying flush with the floor to increase that storage capacity. Again, we got the wireless Apple CarPlay system here. Everything seems to be really easy and intuitive to use in the time that I've had it, so no learning curve. Now, this car does have its own infotainment system and GPS as well. The GPS does seem to be a little dated, but you'll never be using that. Everybody has a smartphone. The first thing you do when you get this car, you're going to connect your phone to it and use Waze or whatever other app that you use in the projection system. Overall, the seats do seem to be pretty comfortable. They're nice and soft, but they do keep you in the center of the seat as well. So, You know, the side bolstering doesn't look aggressive, but it's definitely there and it keeps you placed correctly in the seat. The compact SUV segment is a heavily competitive segment. You know, we're reviewing compact SUVs all the time, but I have to say that this is one of the nicest interiors I've seen of recent. Again, it's easily my favorite feature about this vehicle because, again, it's not just a plain black leather. They did it in a nice brown leather and gives it a nice contrast with that exterior paintwork. But to go and do the diamond stitching, you know, and then have the heated second row, again, there are cars out there that we've reviewed for this price point that simply don't have it. And again, we have a ventilated panoramic roof, so you can actually open it. There are cars out there we've reviewed for this price point or more that have a panoramic roof and it doesn't open, or it doesn't have a panoramic roof at all. So I think Mitsubishi, they really invested heavily into making sure the interior of this car was done right. And I must say that overall, they've done that. Okay, so I'm gonna lay into the throttle. So again, it's not the quickest thing, but it's enough, right? CVT transmission seems to be okay. And again, it's covered with a 100,000 mile warranty. The handling seems to be fair for an SUV of this segment. It's what you would expect. So pretty much what I'm saying is there are no surprises. The only surprises are good ones, and that's the quality of this interior. I can't stress that enough. Let me know what you guys think about this one in the comment section. Is this a vehicle that you would consider getting for $45,900? If not, what other vehicle in this segment do you think, you know, outplaces this one? Because when it comes to the interior, it's pretty hard. I understand it's not class leading in storage capacity, but this interior, it definitely feels class leading to me. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Until next time, I'm Ben Wayne, the automotive reviewer that YouTube deserves. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out of here.